Never for a moment does water remain in place. So the water is alive. Water is the force that animates everything, whether as ocean, mist, or cloud. The dancing clouds hold water's invisible power. This power can both create and destroy. Thus, the cloud becomes like a dragon. This dragon-like cloud returns once more to the sea. This dragon now silently protects something of great value. Those who believed in the power of the dragon worked to stack enormous stones. They engraved the rock, too. Standing in what was the heart of the Shilla dynasty, this tower was constructed in the Baekdudaegan style. The monuments here blend the cultural elements of Shilla and Baekdudaegan. Images of nature are carved in various forms. Though the rock may crumble one day, water will hold its memory forever. Huge tombs bear the memories of water. Time is simply the passage of hours, but the fact that this is the land of the dragon remains unchanged. These are the national parks of Korea, a plain where mountains and seas meet and people make their home. The sea is awake even at night. This seahorse dreams of being a dragon, but is small and doesn't swim well. So it is more active at night, when it can hide from predators. Nothing can thwart the mother octopus's perseverance in protecting her babies. Gomun Island in midwinter, the gateway to the southern waters of Korea, is the subject of today's study. To explore the deep sea where the dragon sleeps, a larger vessel is required.
내려가서 20m 들어가서 산원 충격 먼저 조사를 하고 올라오면서 저속 측정을 하고 맨 마지막에 5m, 10m 이상부터는 해조류까지 같이 하면서 올라오시죠.
네, 알겠습니다. 그럼 저는 중간중간 그 특이한 멸종 이종이나 기후변화 지표적이 있으면 사진을 촬영하고 채집해가지고 그렇게 같이 올라오도록 하겠습니다.
네, 알겠습니다.
나에게 바다는 자유다. 매번 긴장하면서도 이미 6,000번이나 뛰어들었다. 중력이 사라지는 만큼 몸은 자유로워진다. 세상 여느 바다와는 달리 한반도 바다에는 변화무쌍한 매력이 있다. 요즘은 천연세계 산호가 늘고 있다. 아름답지만 너무 빠른 변화에 겁이 나기도 한다.
Their work also involves examining the effects of these fast-happening changes. The water soars up to the sky. Even in the sea, the water yearns for the mountains. Like an invisible dragon, the water flows to where it's needed. And the dragon stretches itself out to meet the mountain. A waterfall is a trace of a dragon and a memory of water. So the high mountain is where the dragon of the sea dances. People climb the mountain to watch the dance of the water. The journey to see this beautiful sight demands the same of everyone. They must rely only on their two legs with each step they take.
산을 오를 때마다 산에게 뭔가를 묻고 있는 나를 발견하곤 합니다. 그럴 때면 산은 너무나 간명하게 답을 던져줍니다. 안개가 걷히면 가려졌던 것들이 드러나듯이 산을 오르면 갈등이 단순해지는 것을 느낍니다.
탈 수 있을 것 같아.
산을 오르는 고통 뒤에는 분명히 뭔가가 있어요. 전 그것이 행복이라고 생각해요. 그래서 산에 늘 감사해요. 모든 것에도 감사하다는 말이 입 밖으로 자꾸 나와요.
Gratitude is a natural language, only understood through exertion and sweat. The mountains used to be abused by people who brought their trauma from the competition of the city. Since then, many people have tried to bring life back to the mountains. This trail is not only for humans, but also for wildlife. Nature may at times appear harsh, but it always provides us with everything we need. So, nature is our teacher. We learn from nature that we have always been part of it from the very beginning. Time flies for those who seek to learn about nature deep in the mountains. It's a sort of play that creates enjoyment in learning.
우리의 스승은 어디에 있느냐? 그 학교에 있지 않고 도시에 있지 않고 이 자연에 있어. 이 풀 한 포기도 나무 한 그루도 전부 다 우리 스승이에요.
water penetrates all living things, though it remains unseen. Where there is water, there is life.
동물들이 살아가는 데 있어서 제일 중요한 게 이제 먹는 물일 거라고 생각이 들거든요. 습지는 거의 1년 내내 물이 계속적으로 나오는 곳이다 보니까 아무래도 식수 공급이 원활하고 또 축축한 땅이니까 뭐 곤충들이나 이런 것들이 있어서 먹이원도 되기 때문이라고 좀 생각이 듭니다.
We have been using this camera to make observations for over a year. Wild animals find their food here even during the cold winter. They dig through thick piles of leaves to see if there's anything to eat. This place is a food source and resting area for wild animals throughout the year. Just a brief month after the 2 roe deer mated, there's a fawn. The wild boar also became apparent. As autumn arrives, the wetland becomes even wetter. Looks like they are gaining weight. Even at night, the marsh does not sleep. Only after mountains form a forest, and the forest is protected, can wildlife thrive. The fox, born inside a fence, has never seen a rabbit. So it has forgotten its role as a predator. Hunting instinct, fear, and curiosity flood the fox's mind. Then, the instinct comes alive. Only then can the fox survive. So, instinct is survival. This fox family will soon be released into the wild. There are still many tasks to be completed first. Each fox needs a thorough medical checkup. The restoration project, in place for over 10 years, has led to the discovery of some previously unknown facts about foxes. One of them is the adult fox's devotion to baby foxes.
나이 많은 수컷들이 자기 새끼가 아닌데도 양육을 엄청 헌신적으로 돕는 행동들이 좀 보이더라고요. 근데 이게 제가 어떤 자료를 찾아봐도 이런 내용은 보이지 않았던 부분이어가지고 그게 좀 이 시설 안에서의 국한된 행동인지 야생에서도 그렇게 하는지는.
Even after losing a leg to a trap, the fox continues to care for the baby. Foxes show us that wilderness is not just about survival, but also symbiosis. Before releasing the foxes, removing deadly traps is a must.
아까 거기. 여기 창에가 있네요. 이거 못 쓰는 것 같은데 나무가 떨어져서 작동이 된 것 같습니다. 이걸 혼자 빼기가 너무 힘들어서.
If left, this single piece of wire could be fatal to a fox. The fox lacks the courage to venture into the wild. Then, curiosity leads the fox into the wilderness. Once the foxes are released back into the wild, a team of people work around the clock.
7마리 중에 2마리 빼고 다 나온 것 같아요.
Their progress has to be tracked to see where they are going and if they are okay. If not, the foxes could die in residential areas or on roads. But it's not easy to stay calm while observing a process that could lead to either success or failure. It's because all beings have emotions.
여기서 막 애지중지 키웠던 애들이 나가서 뭐 울무에 죽고 뭐 차에 치여 죽고 뭐 해서 죽고 그래서 처음에는 어떻게 마음을 다잡아야 되지 이런 생각을 좀 했었는데 이제는 아 그래도 나가서 야생에서 살아야 되는 거지 여기가 이제 동물원이 아니다 보니까 저희 역할은 이제 나가기 전까지 건강하게 키워서 내보내는 게 역할이지 안 죽게를 바라는 거는 좀 욕심이다 이런 생각이 들어서 어느 정도 좀 내려놨거든요.
팔을 내가 시위를 당겨서 쏠 때 그냥 쏘는 것이지 거기에 한 생각이 끼어들면 화살은 흐트러지게 되어 있습니다. 행위 그 자체가 결국은 선이기 때문에 거기에 어떤 생각이 끼어들 틈이 없는 것이죠. 설사 끼어든다 하더라도 그것이 끼어든 줄을 내가 알면 생각의 실체는 없기 때문에 그 자체가 선이 되는 것입니다. 그러니까 마음을 비우는 작용이 되는 것입니다. 모든 것이 마음에 있습니다. 그렇기 때문에 활 쏘는 것도 마음이요, 말 타는 것도 마음이요. 그래서 결국은 다 참선이 되는 것입니다.
Where sundry thoughts subside into silence, peace and calm will follow.
After meditation, if I look into my mind, it's more easy, it's more fluent, it's more balanced. There is less sounds everywhere, so it's more quiet. It helps me think more clearly. Also, in general, in the body, in the mind, to be more.
The dark sky was originally blue and clear. That is its nature. It is only dust and clouds that hide the blue sky for a moment. As this time of year, the wilderness is filled with the struggle for survival. If it can't push its way through the deep snow, it will starve. Hunger in the wild leads to death.
빨라.
So we can't stand by and watch.
조심해, 그 절벽일 수도 있어. 하나, 둘, 자, 안 돼. 뿔체 앞에 잡고 있어. 기운이 빠지고.
올라가세요. 고개 야 너무 춥다.
좀 더 밀어, 기운아.
더. 앞에까지 그래.
하나, 둘. 됐어. 자동으로 들어갔어, 기운아. 오케이.
옳지. 아이고, 차라리 앉아.
After the long-tailed gorals are rescued, they receive good medical care here.
안 재우고 찍을 수 있을 것 같긴 하거든요.
Each is a precious individual that overcame the extinction crisis on the Korean peninsula.
얘가 이발로 여기 긁잖아요.
This long-tailed goral would be over 100 years old as a human. He was rescued from the deep snow twice already. His straightforward steps show he isn't scared of humans. Restoration of long-tailed gorals like him has revealed new facts about them. Since they have evolved only on the Korean peninsula, the Korean wilderness is essential for their survival. Long-tailed gorals that have gone up the mountain cannot just be left alone. We have to chase after them. We need to confirm they are adapting well. Honey is the bear's favorite food. However, in this place, to taste honey, the bear needs to give something too.
제가 체어를 좀 자주 하다 보면은 이제 혈관 위치라든가 이런 거를 좀 대강 알 수 있거든요. 그래가지고 그렇게 이제 저희 얘네도 많이 익숙해지고 저희도 이제 좀 늘은 거죠. 이제 서로. 안녕.
The restoration process has evolved in a way that benefits both human and animals.
안녕.
Asiatic black bears that have returned to the mountain are continuing to breed and expand their population. The first bear released in the wild is now a great-grandmother. Currently, 4 generations coexist. Animals born in the wild are tracked down, and their lineage is investigated separately. That is the only way to check whether the restoration process is proceeding correctly. For these people, the entire Mount Jiri territory where the restoration is taking place is their workplace.
입이 둘 다 간도 하나 정도로 나오는데 자식을 대하는 부모 입장으로 자식들이 잘 성장해서 독립할 수 있게끔 반달간 성곰이 야생에서 이제 잘 적응해서 이제 번식하고 잘 살아가기를 바라는 마음으로 저희도 이 일을 하고 있는 거죠.
Only when the mountains along the Baekdudaegan Trail are preserved can their concern for their children be alleviated. The water that transformed into a dragon does not mourn the setting sun. Because it knows the sun will rise again. Even though the clouds veil the sun's presence is felt. Just because the waves pull away, the sea does not disappear. If we know this, we can live humbly and with gratitude. This cliff embraces the lives on its edge. Over time, nature's perseverance has paid off and created a rare cliff forest.
미생물들이 분해를 시키면 이것들이 이렇게 토양처럼 되죠. 유기물. 굉장히 비옥한 토양이죠. 상록 화렵수림이 울창하게 있잖아요. 이런 것들은 사람들이건 자연이건 간에 자의적이든 타의든 간에 여기가 오랫동안 지켜져 왔다는 것이에요. 키 큰 나무가 서 있으려면 뿌리가 단단히 받고 있어야 되잖아요. 깊어야 되잖아요. 토양이. 그래서 그러한 조건들이 맞아야지만 상록 화렵수가 정착될 수 있다는 것이죠.
Through their research, these lonely islands are becoming the protagonists of living stories. Before dreaming of becoming a dragon, Munmu the Great established this Busok temple. Muryong Sujan means the immortal Buddha, namely an eternal sea that is never twisted by waves. Over the ages, thanks and humility have gathered here. So the Buddha statue made of ordinary soil shines the brightest. But getting to Muryong Sujan Hall is not easy.
우리가 이제 힘들면은 저절로 고개가 숙여지기도 하거든요. 허리를 숙이게 되고 그래서 108배를 하는 의미도 있고 그 다음에 나의 몸을 이렇게 숙임으로 인해서 처음에는 잘 모르지만 한 계단 한 계단 오르면서 나의 몸을 숙이면서 이제 겸손의 자세를 이렇게 몸으로 세계인 안양문을 통과를 하게 되면 펼쳐지는 북락세계에 도달을 하게 되는데요. 그곳에서 뒤를 돌아서 보게 되면은 넓게 펼쳐져 있는 이제 소백산의 능선이 펼쳐져 있습니다. 힘들게 올라온 만큼 그 소백산의 능선을 보면은 그 아름다움은 배가 됩니다.
When we humble ourselves, when we acknowledge our lack of knowledge and remain silent, we can stay modest and unleash the dragon inside of us. This explanation adds depth to the story and brings clarity to our lives. Storytelling's power is like alchemy. It transforms hidden mud into precious jewels.
일단은 보호가 된 구역이기 때문에 훼손이 전혀 되어 있지 않는 부분들이 있어서 이끼나 이런 것도 굉장히 예쁘고 칠선폭포, 대륙폭포, 뭐 3층 폭포, 마폭 그래서 칠선계곡까지 이제 올라가는 건 굉장히 힘들기는 하지만 정말 그 어떤 밀림에 와 있는 그런 느낌이에요.
Sometimes a lost culture reemerges, showing tenacious vitality. In order for Buddhism, which came to Korea all the way from India, to take root, a joint festival was needed. Instead of a Buddhist statue or pagoda, an old zelkova tree was celebrated as an object of worship. Though they may look similar, each has its own separate territory. These crabs live only on sandy tidal flats. Counting the number of these small creatures one by one is also necessary. When nature is allowed to stay natural,